Coming up on UCF Nightly News, construction is underway for the new student-teacher hospital in Medical City.
Also find out why global artist Guy Harvey came to visit UCF students this week.
Plus, learn what started the buzz behind a parody Twitter account.
And in sports, we're bringing you the latest on the UCF volleyball's 15-game win streak. Plus, men's soccer striker Cal Jennings is unstoppable on the pitch. Hear what motivates Jennings to be the goal-scoring machine that he is.
Nightly News starts in 30 seconds. Good afternoon and welcome to Nightly News. I'm Kennedy Holder.
And I'm Evan Abramson. Today is Friday, October 26, 2018.
Right now, we're following national breaking news.
2 more suspicious packages were found this morning. One addressed to Democratic New Jersey Senator Cory Booker, and the second to former Director of National Intelligence and current CNN contributor James Clapper in New York City. As of 11 a.m., federal authorities announced they arrested Florida man Cesar Sayoc in connection with the packages containing the suspected explosives. We'll continue to monitor this situation for updates.
The College of Medicine will soon turn 25 acres of land into a medical center in Lake Nona. The student hospital is a joint venture between HCA and UCF. Nightly News reporter Olivia Parsons tells us staff and students are so excited to be a part of this journey.
Today is the first day of the rest of our lives in Medical City.
UCF College of Medicine is breaking ground on their new medical center, expected to open fall of 2020. And we were there yesterday with students and staff to celebrate just what's to come for Medical City.
Today is the first shovel and concrete example of how UCF is going to lead the next century in innovation.
Kevin Peterson, the College of Medicine's class president, says he and other students share the same ideas when it comes to the school.
This gives us a home, a place that we can come back and practice medicine and translate the great medical education that we get in the classroom and be able to translate that into practice here in Lake Nona.
He says it all has to do with how open-minded administration is to feedback and making changes.
But here they make changes after every single module to accommodate us and to make it better for the next class, which is amazing.
And none of this could be possible without the vision of College of Medicine Dean Deborah German.
This is a home base where we can do research, where we can educate our students.
She says she thinks it'll be years before the community realizes what this means for Medical City.
But when you look way out, it's going to be transformational. It's a tipping point, and we cannot fully understand it at this point.
She says this medical center is just a building block to the next level. In Orlando, Olivia Parsons, UCF Nightly News.
The foundation for the hospital is expected to be poured by January. The hospital will be 3 stories tall and over 200,000 square feet. Right now, the medical school is home to nearly 500 students.
Dr. Guy Harvey, a globally recognized marine wildlife artist, visited UCF this week. Harvey's popular apparel and t-shirts weren't the reason for his visit, though. Harvey and his researchers discussed the importance of ocean conservation with an additional focus on mako sharks. The Guy Harvey Ocean Foundation was founded in 2008 to ensure that future generations can also enjoy a naturally balanced ecosystem where wildlife can flourish. During his visit, Harvey told students it's important to understand how conservation works.
You have to start with research. You use that data to educate people. And once you've got an educated population, conservation can be affected, because without that, you're just guessing. Nobody knows what's going on.
Harvey said things have to change because right now our environment is just unsustainable, and it's up to the next generation to sort it out.
October is National Depression Awareness Month. The American Psychological Association reports that 1 in 3 college freshmen experience a mental disorder. I took a look at how first-year students are handling life in college.
Mental health is really important.
An APA study reports only 15 to 20% of students will seek help from their school's counseling service. APA researchers believe this low percentage stems from mental health stigmas. Freshman Charvanae Owens Tatum is in her first semester at UCF after coming out of state from Tennessee. She has already experienced challenges with mental health and has crafted her own self-care routine.
So what I do is either I call my sister or I do like face mask, do the nails just to make myself feel better. maybe put on some makeup and just take pictures, have a selfie routine, and then I feel better and kind of get out of my funk a little bit.
Anxiety, depression, and stress account for the top concerns of students seeking UCF's counseling services. Over 5,000 students received clinical services from CAPS over the 2017 to 2018 academic year. Of that 5,000, 19.3% were either freshmen or first-year students. 77% of students who have utilized CAPS report that it made it easier for them to remain enrolled at UCF. Owens Tatum believes that college and self-care must go hand in hand in order to be successful.
I just think self-care altogether is a very important part of college in general, to not lose yourself and remember you did come here for a degree, but like not lose yourself in that journey.
In Orlando, Kennedy Holder, UCF Nightly News. UCF has also implemented Healthy Nights 2020. The purpose of the program is to promote wellness as well as encourage students to seek help from on-campus services.
October is National Cybersecurity Awareness Month, and with the growing role of technology and the internet in our lives, staying safe is more now important than ever. Even college students are vulnerable to cyber attacks. Just yesterday, the UCF Information Security Office tweeted about an email scam targeting UCF students. The email scams state that a hacker has video of the recipient viewing adult sites and that the hacker will only delete it if you send them some money. So UCF Information Security recommends focusing on using strong passwords.
In the wake of the Me Too movement, one UCF student and Navy vet finds a way to turn a horrifying situation into a positive one. Peter Hansen's mom posted a picture of him saying, "This is my son," casting him as the Me Too Him Too poster boy. Nightly News' Kenzie Hicks has more on how Peter took the situation into his own hands.
It's my mom. I guess the most mom thing she's ever done to me.
Peter Hansen's mom tweeted a picture of him with a caption saying he was a supporter of the new hashtag #HimToo, a movement against false rape allegations. But Hansen says that's not the case. So he created a parody Twitter account of his mom.
So let's try to have some fun with it, turn what was a potentially really bad negative situation into something positive.
Hansen says he's gotten a tremendous amount of love, support, and positivity from people all over the world.
It really brought a lot of life and positivity and laughter in their life, which was awesome.
Now Hansen is using his platform to team up with charities to help raise awareness and money.
Hansen says that without the help from his brother and best friend, Sarah Nish, he never would have thought to create the Twitter account. That was my mom.
Nitch says the post doesn't represent Peter as a person. She says it hurt to see him cast in such a negative light.
If we didn't address it and try to fix the problem, then I'm pretty sure Pete would always remain somewhere in the internet, the face of this movement that he wants nothing to do with. So we decided that we had to get in front of it instead of just letting it go.
Nitch is proud of how Hansen is handling the new fame and remaining humble.
Peter's just really thriving with all of this kind of fame. It's not getting to him, and he's just really confident and just really motivated to spread positivity.
Hansen says going forward he plans to keep spreading positivity and to help out in any way he can. In Orlando, Kenzie Hicks, UCF Nightly News.
Hansen plans to continue the parody account That Was My Mom and is working to start his own YouTube channel. Now it still feels like it's the beginning of summer.
Jessica, do me a huge favor. Tell me it's some sweater weather coming our way here in Orlando.
I guess we can say a little bit of sweater weather. Let's take a look from earlier this morning. So we got a live shot above Garage F. It was very quiet out, both soccer teams on the road, so good luck to them. It looks dark out there because it's slight overcast. You may want to bring a jacket with you tonight. And for our current conditions, it's looking like a nice 83 low degrees, so you can, I guess like Evan said, bring your jackets out for you. The humidity, it's going to feel a little wet because we're in the high 80s. We're at 88. The wind direction south, so it's going to be at 9 miles, 10 miles per hour for us Floridians. Like I said, I'm bringing my coat. I don't know about you. You may be a little worried about it raining, but I wouldn't because we're only looking at 10%. But that's all I have for right now. If you stick with us in 5 minutes, I'll get you an update on your tropics. Thanks, guys. Back to you.
Coming up, find out about a pageant bringing awareness to multiple cultures.
And stick with us because we're going to bring you the impacts Hurricanes Florence and Michael had on animals in the Panhandles and the Carolinas. The ASPCA and American Humane Association deemed the month of October National Adopt a Shelter Dog Month. Nightly News reporter Cassidy Delamarta tells us more about her visit to the Brevard County SPCA.
Sumter, South Carolina, after Hurricane Florence.
Brevard County SPCA is one of the many shelters that rescued displaced animals after Hurricane Florence and Hurricane Michael. Executive Director of Brevard SPCA, Angie Fryer, says they're now operating at double their capacity.
It is chaos usually, especially now because of the amount of animals that we have. We have over 400.
According to data from the ASPCA, Hurricane Florence and Michael left thousands of animals displaced. Public Relations Coordinator Susan Nayer said they traveled to rescue animals after both hurricanes.
Just last week, we pulled 50 cats and 24 dogs from the Panhandle.
Now Brevard SPCA has 442 animals, and this month is National Adopt a Shelter Dog Month. So Brevard SPCA lowered their adoption fees. Every dog over 30 pounds is only $10.
We just like to promote that, shelter dogs are going to be the best ones you'll ever find. They know that you save them, they know that you've given them the love and the care and the devotion, and they're going to return that to you right back.
There's 126 dogs here, and Sugar's one of them. She's been here for almost 4 months, but some dogs have been here for close to a year.
They're not broken, they're not aggressive, there's nothing wrong with them. The only thing that's wrong with them is that they need a home.
Brevard SPCA is a no-kill shelter, so for every dog adopted, another dog's life is saved because a spot is opened for them in the shelter. In Brevard County, Cassidy Delamarter, UCF Nightly News.
All dogs over 30 pounds will be just $10 to adopt until October 31st.
UCF Rec and Wellness Center is on a mission to encourage women to be more confident in their workouts. The Women on Weights program was designed to teach women how to properly use free weights. During the 3-week-long program, women learned to use free weights, plate-loaded equipment, and cable fitness coordinator Valerie Reed says the program caters specifically to women because the RWC saw there weren't many women on the free weight floor.
Is actually really effective because it just encourages more group workouts and just more confidence in women to try out the weight floor, just because the weight floor is usually dominated by males.
T will offer a similar program for men when numbers are low, like in group exercise. Last week we told you the tropics were quieting down, but that doesn't seem to be the case anymore.
Jessica Herman is live in the studio with an update on our tropics. Jess?
That's right, guys. There's a disturbance in the Atlantic right now. It's nothing crazy. A 90% chance of turning into a cyclone, but it's not a threat to us, so I wouldn't be too worried about that right now. But coming up in the next 5 minutes, I'll have you your updates of the temperatures around the state, so please stay tuned. Back to you guys.
Coming up, find out what the weather looks like on Halloween.
Plus, take a look at how UCF students are fighting the promotion of tobacco products. Students at UCF are joining the fight to stop the promotion of tobacco products in retail environments. Yesterday, Florida Health came to UCF to recruit students to help make changes in the point of sale in tobacco. Officials from Tobacco Free Florida say in Orange County there are 31 tobacco retailers within 300 feet of a school, and in 2/3 of teenagers visit one of these stores at least once a week. So tobacco advertisers are using catchy images to target the youth. Maria Pereira Villa, a health educator, consultant with Florida Health, says she wants students to join the fight because they have the ability to influence their peers and decision makers.
And she said, I'm very concerned. I have a child too, and
If students would like to get involved, please reach out to crystal.colvenbach@ucf.edu.
Last night, Sigma Lambda Beta, an international fraternity, hosted their annual pageant. Sigma Lambda Beta is a multicultural fraternity founded in 1986. Their official website says it is the most culturally diverse Greek-lettered organization. The fraternity showed off their diversity by selecting 3 contestants of different ethnic backgrounds to represent the fraternity. We get you a weather update every 5 minutes.
Jessica Herman is once again live in the studio with details on our 5-day forecast. Jessica?
Thanks, guys. So what we're looking at around the state is we've got a few different temperatures everywhere. So what we're looking at, we have in Jacksonville, it's looking at 84, and then you got Tallahassee as well, solid 78. So we're a little jealous of them because up here in Orlando, we've got 89 over here. And then in Tampa, we're looking at an 83. And then, of course, Miami, 86. You would think that because Tallahassee and Jacksonville are off the coast, it would be even colder because of the wind breeze and the sea, but absolutely not. I guess not. So we're just going to go to our 5-day forecast with that. Hi guys, it's still me. I'm gonna get you everything you need. Here we go. Oh, so excited because it's almost Halloween, guys. So for Saturday, we're looking at a high of 79 and a low of 58. Sunday, it's pretty much looking the same, except Sunday, it's gonna be much sunnier. Monday and Tuesday, we're in the low 80s. And then even later, it's going to be 60s. We love that. So Evan, like you said, some sweater weather. And then for Halloween, we're going to be in the high of 82 and then a low of 65. So I guess you could say sun's out, guns out, guys. Enjoy your Halloween. Stay safe. Back to you guys at the desk.
Cal Jennings is a goal-scoring machine. Find out how he's dealing with the nonstop success.
Plus, Coach Todd Dagenais and the volleyball team are riding a 15-game win streak. See how they're preparing for the final stretch of the season.
Welcome back, Knights, and thanks for sticking with us. I'm Nathaniel Rivas here with some sports news. The men's soccer team is having an unexpectedly greater than great year, but out of all the reasons why, there's one that stands out. Nightly News reporter Evan Abramson tells us more about the goal-scoring machine that's Cal Jennings.
The men's soccer team's regular season's coming to a close pretty soon. They're in second place, only 1 point out of first behind UConn. And one player is shining out beyond the rest. That's Cal Jennings. And he's scoring a lot of different goals on a lot of different fields, including places like this one here at home. The junior forward has scored 18 goals this year, also tallying 4 assists and 3 hat tricks. But he doesn't really care that he's only 6 goals away from becoming UCF's new single-season goal-scoring leader.
Because Cal doesn't focus on that, and it's not even probably on his mind, I think he's, of course, got a chance to do it.
Jennings is the 22nd best player in the country per Top Drawer Soccer, but he doesn't let that distract him from focusing solely on his team.
I think a conference championship and then getting into the NCAA tournament is the overall team goal, and that's something I really want to accomplish. That's more important to me than the overall goals or leading any sort of statistics.
It's that humble mindset that Coach Scott Calabrese says really makes Jennings unique.
He has that integrity, and that's authentically who he is. He doesn't say it just because it's cliche and that's the right thing to say. He believes it at the core of his being, and that's why he is where he is. That's why he is where he is.
Calabrese says he'll need Jennings to continue breaking through the back defensive lines and playing his dominant style if the team wants to be successful heading into playoff season. From the UCF soccer pitch, Evan Abramson, UCF Nightly News.
The Knights travel to Memphis today for tomorrow night's 8 o'clock match. UCF will return home to battle Cincinnati for the final game of the regular season on Friday, November 2nd. Jennings and the Knights are going to hope to have the AAC #1 seed before that game comes. The UCF volleyball team is riding on a 15-game win streak right now. The team also received its first top 25 ranking in program history. With about 1/3 of the season left, the team is looking to reach the goal set back in August. The volleyball team continues to break UCF records this season, the longest winning streak since 1997, undefeated in conference play, and ranked for the first time. Junior Allie Sable is happy to see the progress for the Knights.
I think it means a lot to us right now because it reflects everybody else that's been there before us and all the hard work that they've put in, so it's really rewarding for us to get to see that on this level.
Redshirt sophomore Narissa Moravec knows the little things are working for the team. She isn't getting carried away with the records.
We just take it one game at a time. We forget the last game and we move forward, work on beating the next team, and I think that really helps us one step at a time.
Despite being a young team, Sable is proud of all the players rising to the occasion.
They're really stepping up and being big for us, so it's been really awesome to see that growth from when they first came in till now.
And head coach Todd Dagenet says the closeness of the team helps them be successful.
They're really playing for each other. They don't want to let the person next to them down. It shows that there's a tightness and a bond amongst them that just doesn't happen very often. It's easily one of the closest teams that we've ever had, and I think it's showing in the 2-point games.
Dagenet says the goals for the team haven't changed, and for Sable, one goal is clear.
Conference championship. Ready for those rings.
And a chance to raise another banner for UCF. The Knights will look to continue the win streak and a perfect record in the conference starting tonight. They will play twice this weekend. Houston is up first tonight at 7 p.m. and SMU will come to the venue Sunday at 1 p.m. And that's all the time we have for sports today. Back to the desk with Evan and Kennedy.
Yeah, well, a lot of stuff going on this weekend at UCF, sports and elections. Kennedy, we have a lot of elections coming up, and part of that voting's happening now.
Right. Right now we're going through early voting, which ends on November 4th. And remember, Election Day is on November 6th, so make sure you head to the polls.
Yeah, plus football right now in a bye week. That's a really tough matchup, as we've seen with UF and a lot of other schools. UCF taking on Temple the next time, so we're going to have to see what they're going to do, what Coach Heupel's planning, especially with Milton coming off what could have been a bad injury, but we're still not sure. Nathaniel Rivas and I will have your updates from this weekend for basketball, for football, and that's all we have for today. Thanks for sticking with us, and we'll see you next time.